So, guys, what are we going to talk about on Genuine Weekly this week? I read something about generational wealth gap. What do you guys think about this?
No, I think it's something that's not talked about often, and I think it's very important because now we can see that it shapes so much of our lives in ways that people don't really want to talk about openly, but everyone knows what's going on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people with the support of their parents who have that wealth, boomer parents who are able to support the younger generations, they have access to a lot more opportunities, have access to, they have a strong, they have a comfier cushion lah when things don't work out. And I think 2020 has shown that that's a key factor in rising inequality in Malaysia, at least. I can't speak on behalf of the rest of the world. So in terms of, let's say, buying houses, keeping your head afloat, getting capital for business, new business ventures. At the end of the day, the bank of apa yang kata dulu tu, the term farmer. I think that the big wealth gap between the have and the have-nots in Malaysia has a lot to do with the creation of the middle class in the 1980s and the 90s, right? So now we're at another inflection point. Maybe some of that generational wealth will be dried up because of circumstances. But also it means that certain inequalities will be exacerbated lah.
Yeah,
So
like
budak-budak Damansara Heights are comfortable. Budak-budak Bangi maybe in a certain way if they have professional parents, but budak-budak dari kampung, budak-budak who are not in the Klang Valley, whose parents are not part of that professional middle class or the capitalist class, susah lah.
different class is one thing. Like even for families in all these affluent punya neighborhoods kan, there are more intergenerational homes than before. Meaning that yes, their parents are T20 people and all that, but their kids are still like living with them. They no longer leave their parents' home the moment they got a job because it's just simply not affordable to stay on your own working in KL. That's I guess, the generational gap. Yes, your parents made it, but their children don't necessarily make it unless it is like a family business, which at this point in time is also struggling because of the economy. If your parents are in corporate world, or how many positions are there available for the next generation is another thing.
Or basically the economy being destroyed in real time. So what used to be opportunities are no longer there. What is passed off as opportunities now are just things that don't even pay you enough for a decent living. So is it any wonder that we've become a generation of despair, a depressed generation, not only just economically, mentally, spiritually. So it's really an issue of like what happens next. Yes, there's a generational gap. Yes, there is increasing inequality post-pandemic or mid-pandemic. We've not even passed that yet. This is the question, I think, of our times. And what do we do? What do we do then? What should we do now? We can't just keep on expecting things to work for us when they've not been working for 10, 15 years now. I think for a lot of people on the top or who have been comfortable in the past 2 to 3 years, it's only because they've been shielded from the impacts that have begun since 2014, 2015.